The holidays are the best, most wonderful time of the year, supposedly. But it's up to us, because a lot of times the stress can overcome you, which is why we have Dr. Sharon Saline here, an expert who kind of helps us declutter sometimes. And usually we have you on to specialize in ADHD, because that is your specialty.
Right, but the holidays are a time where everyone may feel agitated and overwhelmed and like hyper themselves, trying to do everything and keep up. And so these are some tips to help people go through the holidays feeling calmer and avoiding holiday overwhelm.
And I think step one is usually getting organized, huh?
You have to get organized. And really the only way to get organized is to make a list.
Now, what's on your list?
On my personal list?
Yeah, like we could just say make a list, but what goes on your personal list?
What goes on your personal list, I think, are things that you can actually accomplish, and what's best is when you want to accomplish them. And I encourage parents to actually do some of this with their kids so that their kids learn the skill early on and as they mature of how to write things down and get organized. There's really no way around writing lists, but the companion to writing the lists is checking things off the list, because that's when you feel a sense of accomplishment, and that's when you start to feel the sort of the rewards of making the list. Like, it's not always so fun to see that all those things that you have to do, but it is fun to check them off and feel like, wow, you know, I actually did these things that I wanted to.
Use a little sticker. Kids like stickers.
Kids like stickers. Adults actually like stickers too.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes they smell good if you scratch them. That's kind of neat.
And Post-its are also a good way to help yourself with reminders or things that you want to make sure that you actually accomplish. And then you can take that Post-it and put it in the trash.
You got to shoot it like a basketball. You got to crumple it up and then shoot it into the trash.
That's part of the satisfaction
really
of it, right?
Or dunk it.
Right.
And that list kind of translates well into a schedule, I would think.
Right. So one of the things that happens for kids with ADHD, and I think all kids actually in the holidays, is they get overwhelmed. There are so many activities and places to go and responsibilities. And so make a schedule and make it visual. This really helps kids with transitions when they can see what's coming up and where they've been. It sort of calms them down and helps them prepare for what's coming and then recover from what just happened.
Although I do think that making a list, making a schedule is really optimistic, because sometimes it doesn't go the way you plan. You have to be really flexible at the end of the day.
You do have to be flexible, but and let things go, because you're not going to necessarily do everything you set out for. And I think that's sometimes the problem with lists, is people are over ambitious, and so you can write everything down, but then really take a look at it and say, okay, I can't do 12 things today. What are the 5 most important things that I need to get done and I want to get done?
And then once all this actually ends, which is impossible to think about, the idea the holidays could end, considering they start in September now.
Yeah.
How do you build in a recovery time for yourself?
That's critical, particularly for kids who are easily overstimulated. They need to come home and chill out, and you actually need to come home and chill out. So after you've done a lot, make time for some popcorn and a movie. Sit down and perhaps light a fire and just watch the fire or read a story or have a cup of tea. You know, I think the British have a real head start on us Americans sometimes by just sitting down and having a cup of tea or hot chocolate and talking about what you just did, or doing a quiet activity like playing a game of cards or a puzzle. Just let your system slow down. That will help you reboot the next time you need to go out and have and be present at a holiday gathering.
Do you have a favorite holiday movie? Well, I have you here. Thought I'd ask you.
Okay, this is really sappy, but I really enjoy Love Always. Love Actually.
Love Actually.
Excuse me.
So you're on Team Love Actually.
I'm on Team Love Actually.
It's a very polarizing movie. People either love it or like, why does this movie have 20 different plot lines?
It's totally sappy, and I love all of it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. My dad made me watch It's a Wonderful Life every year on Christmas with him. Yeah, so I always watch that with Jimmy Stewart. But Love Actually is also, I enjoyed it for what it is.
I like It's a Wonderful Life. Who doesn't like it? But I think Love Actually is the new generation.
That's fair.
Holiday movie.
That's fair. Well, thank you for being here and getting off topic with me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Friends get off topic together.
Exactly. Thanks for having me, and I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season.
She said it best.